Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Digital Toolbox Podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Tejada. I'm the owner of Landscape Maverick, we're a digital marketing agency for landscapers and hardscapers. And today we have a super special guest for you guys. We have none other than Jacob Farling from ORO Landscape. Jacob, introduce yourself, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, what's happening, guys? Again, my name is Jacob. I own ORO Landscape. I'm a 21-year-old entrepreneur. I left college just recently to bet it all on the line and start a landscape construction company. I do luxury landscape. I build, design, and install, and I'm all about getting after it. I'm all about making money. I'm all about making connections, having fun, and unlocking a higher level of life. So that's what I'm about. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be a part of the podcast, excited to share my story. I'm excited to kind of just take the time to tell you what all I've done with this past, year as far as my business. We've picked up a lot of social media following. There's a lot of people out there that maybe hate what I do, a lot of people out there that love what I do, but I'm excited to be on the podcast to just kind of talk through my story and all that good stuff, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. It's a fucking pleasure to have you on, bro. And it's amazing because you're also one of my past clients. And dude, I mean, we've connected for a long time now. And fuck, man, how do we start this thing? Because you've been doing so much shit lately, bro. It's fucking incredible. But let's start like this, bro. Let's talk about high school. Who was Jacob Farling in high school?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Before we even jump into that too, dude, is when you met me and we were getting after it, I think you were still like working a half-time job. You hadn't bet it all on the line yet. And then your success has exploded, bro. You've hooked me up with some awesome products. You've done a lot for my business. So thank you, bro. To all the people that watch this, to all the people that might see it. Manny is the man, dude. He's going to hook you up. He's going to help you get clients. He's going to help you build your business. So I do appreciate you, bro. And I'm also so happy to see you like go all in and just fucking get after it, man. That's what we got to all do,
100%, bro. Just like you, when you put it all on the line, I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to be there one of these days. And then eventually, we did it, bro. So,
Yeah, bro. You remember what I said? I was like, someone said it to me, dude. It was my boy Andres. When he told me cause I was going to school and trying to do this at the same time, he was like, bro, you're easy to beat. I could start a landscape company tomorrow and beat you. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? Like how? And he was like, well, think about it this way. You're in school 8 hours a day. All I have to do is just do 1 hour a day, and I have more time than you have for your own business. And so you have to put all in line. You have to make this everything, bro. If you want to be Conor McGregor, you want to be Mike Tyson, you think those guys are like half in, half out, plan B? No, dude, they're all in. This is what they do. They want to be the best. And so it's cool to see you do the same, bro. Let's go. Let's take it to the moon,
Let's fucking go. Yes, sir, bro. I mean, it takes a lot to put it all on the line, but if you want to get to the next level, you got to take on risk, bro. And you've taken a lot of risk, bro. And I'm interested. Let's get into it, bro. I mean, so who were you in high school, bro? And how did it lead to you today, bro? Like, let's get into that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's funny. Kind of just thinking back, looking back. So let's talk freshman year, up till senior year. I did graduate high school, and honestly, we can even go back a little further to that. Previous to high school, I actually started mowing lawns when I was 12, man. My family's from Italy. My family's Italian immigrants. And for me and my family, the subject of money was always kind of like a hard ground, right? It was really hard to ask my pops for any money. I never did. And then my mom always had my back. My mom was like that awesome mama that put me up. And so then when I got to high school, I had a lawn care company. I played sports, I played football, I wrestled, but I also was in a kind of a group of homies that I had. They were like my brothers from day one in this small town of Erie that was growing. But we were doing some dumb shit, dude. We were doing dumb shit. And I mean, at the same time, I was getting good grades. I knew that if I wanted to go to college and take that route, there was no financial, like I had to go get it. And so I got all A's. I got myself a scholarship, a full ride to go to the University of Arizona throughout high school. But man, I played football like the average dude. I was good at sports. I got my grades done, and then I liked to party and have fun with some homies. And we got into some trouble and some shit, but like it was good, man. It was a good experience.
Yes, sir. Damn, bro, that's awesome. And I know that, what was it? Was it Erie Lawn Boys or Erie Lawnmower Boys?
Yeah, Erie Lawn Boys, man. So my buddy and I, one of my best buddies from way back when we were 12, we started that together. We started with a lawnmower off Facebook that I got for free that had no handle. So like imagine a lawnmower with the handle. It had no handle. So we would wheel it, kind of from the bottom. We called her Old Faithful is what we named her. And then the first lawn I ever did, bro, I showed up with fucking scissors, like the big scissors to edge the fucking lawn, man. And it was for this U.S. Marine. And he wrote my mom a letter like years later. He passed away, unfortunately, but he was my first guy that like believed in me. But right before he passed away, he wrote my mom a letter about the man that he thought I would become, and I've actually kept on to that letter since I was like 12, dude. So it's a pretty cool little story, like humble beginnings, I would say, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely a hell of a story. I mean, pulling up with scissors and having him believe in you. He knew that it wasn't gonna come out perfect, but he still said yeah because it was you, dude. I fucking love that. And then the letter, that's gonna hold you accountable, dude. I love that right there, bro. And so coming into junior, senior year, people were saying, "Oh, I want to go to this college. I want to go here. I want to go there." What was that process like for you? Did you want to go to school when you were a senior, or want to go to
Yeah,
college?
so yeah, man. My junior year, I started narrowing it down, right? I started really thinking about what I wanted to do. I had a couple offers to play football for some D3 schools in like Willamette in Oregon, and then one smaller school in California. But it would have been like pay to play, right? So I would have like they gave me $1,000 a semester to go play, and then not very much money to go to school, and those schools were pretty expensive. And so for me, I was like, you know what, dude? I got to lock in and figure this out. So I started reaching out to different colleges, applying different places. I ended up at U of A because they gave me a full ride scholarship for my academics. And so that's kind of, for me, it was just like money based decision. I was like, all right, look, if I had to go to school, where's going to give me the best package? And it's funny, bro, because like before I even went to college and in my senior, junior year, dude, I fucking hated school. I hated showing up and like sitting in a desk and having someone just talk at me and it was not interesting. And like I could have been out there in my mind. I was like, dude, I could be out there mowing lawns. And yes, it's not great money, but at least I'm looking at like, okay, what could I do? How could I figure this out? Like
Yeah,
I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck could I not mow lawns versus just sit in this class and like do nothing. So like to be honest with you, I wouldn't go to class very much, bro, unless I had to take a test. Like I just for me, it just didn't mesh with who I was.
and U of A being what? University of Arizona,
Yeah, University of Arizona. It's in Tucson.
Tucson. Wow, bro, that's awesome. Is that a big? I know Arizona State is a big party school. Is U of A a big party school too?
Oh yeah, bro. It's ASU is a little bigger, right, as far as the amount of kids they got, but U of A is like a heavy Greek life, heavy frat life, and sorority life, and party life. It's like why people go there. It's all sunny. It's good. It's a good school. It's fun. Like if you're going to college, I don't not recommend going there. I just have a harsh opinion. I have like a harsh opinion on school, bro, because I just like I mean, I don't know, man. It's just I always want to get out there and learn. I always want to get out there and win. I always want to go make money, and it felt like school would just put me in this box to where I felt like an ant in a million ants, and I don't like that, man. I like to stick out. I like to be flashy. I like to do new things. I like to learn, and I like to breadwin. I want to win. So for me, it was like not what I wanted to do.
I fucking love that description right there with that intensity and putting it to something that's good, like a business, like something that's being fruitful. Real quick,
Yep.
Arizona, big shout out to our boy over there, Arizona, AZ Top. Shout out to our boy over there. Yes, sir. He's
Let's go, bro.
soon to be a guest. So if he's listening in, let me know, baby. We're gonna make it happen. But Jacob, getting right back into it, man. I know you're competitive. You want to win. You were in college. You dropped out. You dropped out of college. How was that when you came back home? What was the? Because I'm
Oh,
imagining your
dude.
parents, were like, "Oh, look at this motherfucker. Who does he think he is?" Like, how was that?
Yeah, bro, it was tough. I mean, so it really starts like senior year of high school, if you go back in time. Like when I showed up to college, bro, I went to my first class and I honestly instantly knew I was like, dude, this is not for me. Like, and I'm sure there's a lot of people my age that can relate to that, to be honest, is you show up and it's like the normal thing to do, right? And maybe someone like also could relate to me is if you don't have the financial like support or you're not gifted the golden ticket to go and you put in all this fucking work to get a scholarship, now you feel like forced to go there because you're going to throw away this opportunity. But if it doesn't feel right to you, dude, which it didn't for me from day one, bro, like I think you gotta leave. I think you gotta go do what you want to do, man. You gotta get out of just confining to that box. And so for me, coming home to my parents, like they had already known, bro. I had told my mom so many damn times, dude, probably like thousands of times. I was like, Mom, I don't like this. This is not for me. Like this does not feel right. And like there was never a time where my parents would come visit me. To be honest, it would be so awesome the first day. Like they'd pull up, come visit me out in AZ, and it would be good vibes. And then by like 3 hours hanging out, I'd be like, look, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, I don't want to do this. And my family would always be so disappointed because I had this full ride and like my mom would
Yeah.
cry and shit. And my pops is a hard ass tough Italian. So he'd just be like, dude, like, it's just so pissed off, man. So it was tough, bro. It took 2.5 years for me to be like, not care. And there's a quote by Alex Hormozy, man. He's one of my heroes. He says, sometimes you got to let someone else's vision and dream for your life die to live your own. And so I had to just tell my parents straight to their face, look, your vision and your dream for my life has to die for me to do what I want to do. And you got to be all right with that. And so once they knew that, they were cool with me coming home, bro.
Wow, man. And so second year of college is when that breakthrough for you happened.
Yeah, so I actually, it's kind of funny. So what happened was my freshman year, I did the whole thing, and it was cool. You know, I had some good parties. There were some hot girls, and I got my school done, and I got good grades. Right? I didn't learn anything, if I'm being just honest. And then year two, sophomore year, I drive all the way back to U of A. It's a 13-hour drive. It's kind of like that reset after summer. You know, like I'm going back to school. You get kind of excited. I get there, dude, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, and I meet this guy. So what happens, this is actually a good story. So I tried to drop out twice. One being when I did this, and then I tried initially, bro, and I failed. And that's what I want people to
Wait,
know,
wait.
because they see my
You
Instagram, they
tried
see,
you tried to open up your own land. You go full time with landscaping, and it didn't work.
nah, I actually tried to do real estate, bro. So what happened
Real
was,
estate.
I, yes, bro, yes. So I always loved money, right? I had the lawn care company when I was young, when I was 12. I still ran that every single summer while I was in school my freshman year. And then I'm about to start sophomore year in college. And I started learning about wealth. I started learning about real estate. I meet this guy named Arik Bonarian. You should have him on, dude. It's a different asset class, but I think he's 23 and he owns 500 apartment units, bro. I meet this guy and he's renting out a house to college kids making money. And I'm like, dude, that's genius. How do I do that? And so then I start getting obsessed with real estate. But then COVID hits and interest rates go sky high. And I just so happen to show up to school. I go to the first 4 classes, bro. And then next thing you know, I'm in the office at U of A telling them that I want to fucking drop out, and defer my scholarship, because I was like, dude, I'm learning nothing. I'm gonna go all in on real estate. I'm gonna learn this. And so I put in my deferral like statement. I put my scholarship on hold. I didn't tell my parents nothing. And then I started going to this firm. I started looking for real estate firms, bro. And you can interrupt me at any point if you have like add-on questions, bro. But
Got
I
you.
started looking at real estate firms in
You
AZ.
were still in Arizona. You dropped out, and you're still living there. Kind of like.
Yes, bro. Yes. Yes, yes, bro. I didn't tell my parents. They assumed that I had just literally driven to U of A and was going to school in classes.
Wow,
And the
bro.
reality was that I put in my statement to like defer my scholarship, take the semester off, and technically drop out if I didn't come back. And so I put it all on the line at that point in time. And I was looking for real estate firms, trying to find one as a realtor, which was like, just if you want to invest in real estate, go invest in real estate, go buy real estate, get around people that buy real estate. Don't be a realtor. Realtors like is very different. That's a side note. I meet this guy named Arik who tells me about this idea, right? And so I'm obsessing over real estate. 2 weeks later, I drop out of school technically to start doing real estate. And then I meet another guy that changes my life forever. His name is Andreas. He's one of my best friends to this day. And the story goes like this, bro. I'm driving around in my dad's fucking car in Arizona, and my parents still think that I'm in school, and I'm looking at real estate firms. And then I see this kid that's my age with a big old gold watch, and he's driving an Audi with a clean haircut, and he's dressed professionally. And I see him, and I just like I had to do a double take, and then I leave and I go about my day. But something happens in my mind while I'm driving down the street, and I flip a fucking Yui, and I go back into this office, and I go up to this kid, and I'm like, hey, bro, what do you do? And he's like, well, I sell real estate, bro. I'm a
Wow.
flipper. And I met this guy, bro. Yeah, it's like fate, right? And so I meet this guy, and then soon enough, I'm working at the firm that he's working under this guy. I got my ass kicked. I didn't sell a single fucking house. I lost thousands of dollars over the next 4 months. I got like low-key fat, man. I was eating like shit because I was surrounded by these people that are older, just like realtors. But I made a connection with this guy, Andres, who's my best friend to this day, very successful in real estate. But I failed, bro. So the next 4 months passed, and I tell my parents, I was like, look, I didn't go to school that entire time. I tried selling real estate, and I failed. And they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? You didn't go to school. And so then I have this, yeah, bro, it's crazy. I have this opportunity, right? So 6 months passes, I suck, I fail, I don't sell a single house, I lose thousands of dollars in real estate. And now I'm faced with the opportunity to go back to college or defer my scholarship. And I would be, if I wanted to ever go to school again, I don't have a scholarship. So I go back to school for the semester, bro. And that finishes out my sophomore year, right? So that was like a year ago.
Wow. And quick question right there before we continue. Where were you living this whole time?
Yeah, I was living in, I had an apartment with some buddies, bro. So I had an apartment with some buddies at U of A. They were all going to school.
So when they gave you the full ride, it didn't include you dorming at U of A. You guys had your own
Nah,
apartment.
yeah, that story was second year. So like I had already done my freshman year in the dorms, right? This was my sophomore year, and previous to that, like I went and got an apartment for the year
Wow.
with all my buddies that I made freshman year. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So like
Holy
I had an apartment, I had a lease signed for the year to be in Arizona that I was supposed to be in school, but I went and did that for like half the year pretty much.
Holy shit, got you. So you tell your parents, they say, "What the fuck are you talking about? Where do we
Yeah.
go?"
Where do we go from there? What happened? So like, boom, I come back for Christmas and I tell them what's up. And they're like, what the fuck? You know, that's crazy. You know, go back to school. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school. And I just felt like a loser, man. I was like, damn, like I couldn't do it. Like I failed, and I got to go back to school. So I went back that second semester of sophomore year, and I did my school. You know, I killed it. Like school's always been kind of easy for me, which is, I know some people it's really hard. So I'm sorry to say that. You might hate me for saying that, but it is easy for me for some reason. So like I just get my school done and do my thing. I was just an average college student for my second sophomore like semester.
And that second year, that was out of pocket then, because
Nah, dude.
was gone.
No, I was smart about it. So like that first semester of sophomore year where I went and did the real estate thing,
Yeah.
I right before I met with like the dean of A, and I told him, look, I'm going to do this like thing for real estate. And I pitched it to him as if it was like a work opportunity that I had been given. And so can I defer my scholarship till next semester? In essence, can I use the money that you would have given me this semester, next semester when I come back? And they were like, yes. And so what happened was I failed in real estate for 6 months. And then I was faced with the opportunity to go back. If I didn't go back, I would have forfeited everything. So I had to
Wow.
either go back or keep failing at real estate. So like I went that.
And that was a very smart move right there to pitch it to them instead of just completely severing that. So that I
Yeah.
respect. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And
I tried my best to keep my doors open.
what was that? What was it like after that? After you came back home, you told your parents the news, you go back, finish off that year. What's it looking like for you at that time after you finish the semester?
Yeah, bro. This is actually good, man. This is fun to review, bro, because it is crazy. So like, what happens is, bro, I think this is the honest truth. Is I think I just genuinely have a bug to be a businessman. I genuinely cannot conform to being a student or conform to being a worker. Because here's what happens, bro. I do that second semester of sophomore year. Like I tell my parents, I'm going back to school. I'm gonna go do it. You know, I'm gonna get my paper. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And like halfway through the semester, bro, I start advertising aerations and lawn care, and for Erie Lawn Boys, bro, because I still had the company. And so I started posting like Facebook posts every fucking day. I started making videos every fucking day. And then all of a sudden, the leads just start coming on while I'm in Arizona. I was advertising for Colorado because that's where I go to. That's, you know, I go home for summer break, right? So I was advertising in the middle of my sophomore semester, and all of a sudden I started getting like 40 emails a day for
40,
aerations and lawn
40?
care. Yeah, like
Wow,
40,
bro.
40, dude. Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit! What the?
Yeah, it was nuts. I have videos. I documented all of it. But I just started making videos and posting in Facebook groups and doing all this shit to get ready to come back in summer after the semester to make money. Because, right, I just got my ass kicked in real estate, and I don't like getting my ass kicked in anything. So I was like, all right, I can make money. I can do this. And so I was like, I gotta bust ass and do this. And so I started advertising like crazy. And then by the time I finished my second semester and got home, I remember the day school tests were done, I was literally on a plane back home, and I fucking woke up and was starting to aerate lawns and mow lawns and make money.
The very next.
And so like, yeah, dude, the very fucking next day. And the craziest part is I was in, and the people that know me at U of A, they can back this up. While I was in class, I would be taking fucking calls of like clients that were coming in. And then I had my main boy, shout out Gabe, if you watch this. He's one of my best homies, biggest supporters, always messages me, always texts me, always follows up with me. But I had him, I would pay him to like go pick up a trailer. Like I would find a trailer on Facebook while I was in Arizona. I'd be like, yo, Gabe, I need a trailer, bro. Like, can you go get this trailer for me? Or I found an aerator for a good deal. I was like, yo, Gabe, I'll pay you $100, go pick this shit up. And it was like 2 hour drive across the state, and he'd do it. So that by the time I got back from college, bro, Gabe and I had like a trailer, fucking machines, and we were ready to rock and roll. You know what I mean? So like the next day I woke up and aerated like 25 yards, bro.
What a fucking story! I fucking love
Yeah.
it. Holy shit! And so you're in a different state advertising back home in the middle of
Yeah.
class. Dude, that's fucking insane. If
Yeah,
that's not
bro.
the
Yeah.
story of a businessman, then there is no such thing as a businessman, bro. Holy shit! So then
And that
now,
was after I got my ass kicked, bro. That was after I left
so you
college.
had a chip on your
Yeah.
shoulder too.
So.
You're like, yo, I gotta figure it out one way or fucking
Oh
another.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Fucking
bro.
love it,
I
bro.
was pissed off, dude. I was like, fuck me, man. There's no way I just like suck at business. And there's more layers to this story. I want to get into the ORO Landscape, but like honestly, the origin story is the best shit. Because when I was doing the real estate thing, I worked for this guy. His name was Kei Watanabe, and that dude, he looks. Imagine a dude that is like 6'3" and Hawaiian, but looks like Matthew McConaughey. And he was the most fucking shark a businessman ever in my life that I have met to this date. We would do this thing called the
Really?
bullpen, where everyone in the office, right, 20 people are watching you. You have to stand up, do your sales pitch with this guy who's just a fucking unit, jacked, tough, mean, and he would just rip you apart in front of everyone. Like there was people that would cry while we were doing these like what do you call it? Role play? Like role play. Like, you know, me and you were talking, we pretend you're the client and we pretend I'm the real estate agent and you gotta like close. You gotta do your shit in
Yep.
front of everyone. Dude, and it was like that is where I learned sales. And so now when people on my Instagram comment like, dude, you stupid salesman or this stuff, like that is where I learned it. I learned it from a guy that pretty much destroyed me, chewed me out, made me feel like a scared dog, would embarrass me in front of 20 people, but it was all for a good reason because he built what I am now on accident, bro. And he actually fired me. So I've been fired. I've lost. I've been fucking destroyed by business. I've been through the ringer and I have taken my losses, bro. So you see all the success, but dude, it started with straight losses.
Holy fuck, bro. And that's one thing, and we'll talk about it too, about a lot of hate that you get, but I didn't know that story. That's fucking amazing, bro. So this guy actually fired you. He did a whole bunch, but he actually built something inside of you that you
Yeah.
applied to a different industry later on.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fucking
bro.
amazing.
So yeah, that's the key thing. We can connect. It'll all connect, bro. The whole story kind of does mesh, but so like realtors are in a hyper competitive environment, and it's also kind of like fluffy. You know, you gotta look good and all this shit, right? But you got to be a good salesman, dude. You got to be a really lethal salesman. And so, like the dress, bro, people hate. There's a video that got 500,000 views because I wear dress clothes to my things. That's because Andres and Kay, they watched my videos and they told me, dude, you look like a bum when you go to your estimates as far as landscaping. Why not be a professional? Why not be more like a realtor in this industry and watch what happens? Watch what you attract. And so that's why I do that, bro. It's all been coached into me. It's all been a formula. It's all connected. But yeah, dude, that's kind of the origins.
I love that story, bro. And I love how you're using things that you learned from other industries in landscaping, in hardscaping to revolutionize this shit. Because if everybody's doing the same thing, it's all one big bubble. If you start differentiating yourself, then that's when you're gonna attract the big fucking clients, which you're getting, which I fucking love, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
If it,
Oh yeah.
if it would have been that it's not working, then we would have been like, all right, just stop doing it. But it is working,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is
working
working, bro.
very well. Love it,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
So let's get back into that same story then. So you're now you're hustling. You're doing 25, 30 lawns, aerating them every single day. How do you meet? What's the next step? I know you did some coaching with Chase Gallagher. How did you? What's
Yeah,
the
bro. It started before that. Yeah.
before
So
that? Okay, so let's get into that.
yeah, I guess we can launch into it. So here's the thing. For me, I love money, right? I do. I truly do. But I love business. I love a challenge. I genuinely love the challenge. I love the game of it, bro. And I've told myself I would beat the game of money since very young. And so this is how I got my first landscape job, bro. I was doing lawn mows, I was doing aerations, and in my market, they're building lots of houses, right? These houses go up and they're just on a dirt lot. Think of like a literal brown field with a fence around it and then the house. So now they're left with no backyard. As I'm driving around, bro, and I had this shitty Subaru Outback that my Tio gave me. My uncle gave me this shitty little car that I would tow my aerator and shit around in. I'm driving past this house and it's still on a dirt lot, and I had driven past it like for the last 2 months, and it's raining, bro. Believe it or not, it's raining, and I fucking get out my car. I go up to the house and I knock on it, dude. I don't know why. I honestly can't tell you why. I knock on it and they come to the door, and I just asked them, I was like, hey, look, when are you guys gonna get like your yard? When do you get your landscaping in? And they were like, we've been searching for months. We can't find anyone. And something in me, dude, just went for it. I was like, I could do it. Um,
Let's
yeah, I was
go.
like, I could do it. I could do it. And I had never put a yard in my life. I've only mowed them. I hadn't even really fixed sprinklers. I had just aerated and mowed lawns. That's it. And I said, like, I could do it. And then 2 days later, I'm back at their house, meeting them, trying to like make it up. I had watched some YouTube, and given them ideas. And I land a $55,000 job doing a patio, a fire pit, a retainer wall, sod, like the whole thing, bro, all of it. And so then I'm
55K.
calling, yeah,
Holy
bro, I'm
shit.
calling,
I thought
yeah,
you were
dude,
gonna say you just did sod, but you're talking about money.
no,
Holy
no,
shit.
I went for it, dude. I went for it. So like in that 2 day window, I called a bunch of landscapers and I said, hey, look, I got this lead. I got this client. I'm a young guy. I haven't done it. My company's Erie Lawn Boys. Would you partner up with me? And obviously most guys said, fuck no. Like, why would I do that? I already have business. Like, why would I? No. One dude says yes. And I just asked him like his pricing. I was like, hey, like how should I price this? He's like, just do some square foot pricing, go take some measurements, let me know what they say. And I met with them and they fucking said yes. And like boom, now I'm
Wow.
like, holy shit, like I got it. Yeah. Yeah. So
Let's
then it
go.
gets even crazier, bro. He told me, he was like, perfect, we're gonna have to rent a dingo. And I was like, dude, I have no idea what that is. And it's like a track steer, right? It's like a little mini
That's good.
track. Yeah, a little mini skid steer. And so I rented one from Home Depot and I was driving it in the field to fucking practice before the job started. And then yeah, bro. And then
Let's
like we
go.
show up, this dude helped me do everything. Like he showed me, but I was there from fucking start to finish. And you can ask this client to this day. I was there till like 9 p.m. and I would start at 5:30 a.m. every single fucking day. And I would just watch and learn and watch and learn and study and fucking write it down, take videos, memorize this shit, how to put the irrigation in, how to like do the gas line, how to build a retainer wall. And then it's funny, I met my main guy Juan on accident on this first job. This guy Nick, who I partnered with, he brought Juan in to like build the wall. And then I was there just watching Juan, just watching, just watching, just watching, just watching. And then like pretty much a half year later, I ended up reconnecting with him, and now he's like my main guy, and we've done over $1 million of landscape work together. So
Dude, this is a fucking incredible story, bro.
it's
So,
legit, right?
so you pretty much landed something that was completely out of your league. You probably didn't even know what the fuck, a retaining wall was per se. I don't
No,
know. Like
you want to hear something funny too, and this will be good for the haters. That same retaining wall, bro. 4 days ago, I fucking ripped it out.
that
Four
same
days
one.
ago, that same one. Why? It didn't have drainage underneath it, so it didn't have like exits at the bottom of the footer, so the footer cracked. So like
Mm,
not even kidding, it's kind of ironic. 4 days ago, I literally went over there and ripped the whole thing out, bro, out of my pocket. I just told him, I was like, look, I was young when this got put in. I didn't know how to engineer it, and then the guy that I did actually kind of partner with, he was responsible. So I partnered with like a full time landscape guy,
right.
but he didn't really have, I guess, the experience or just the quality to do this job this big. So I honestly ended up selling a job that was like way too big for me, and then way too big for him, at the time. But we executed, bro. We put in this patio, we put in a fire pit. The fire pit looks insane. The saw, like, it's a very nice backyard, but I did fuck up the retainer wall, and so like I pulled it out with my own pocket. And it honestly should have been Nick, the other guy that paid for it. But I got my ass kicked on this job. That sounds sick. Like, oh, 55 grand, you did it. I did it. But dude, I was there at 9 p.m. I remember I had to go on a trip halfway through the build, like right when we were about to finish. And this guy, Nick, the sprinklers didn't turn on or whatever. And so all the sod died. And then I was there fucking myself at 9 p.m. rolling it out of there and redoing it all by my fucking self. So like I
Wow.
learned the hard way, dude. I'm telling you, I have learned. You see the success, bro? That is because I have fucking got my ass beat over and over and over, but I just refuse to quit.
So you actually went in and out of pocket replaced this retaining wall that you knew was gonna. You didn't when you put it in. You probably didn't know it was gonna fail. You probably didn't even
Yeah,
know. You probably didn't even know that a retaining wall could fail.
yeah,
But
exactly, bro. I
you
had
learned,
no idea.
and then you took it out of pocket, went and fixed it. So it's not like you just screwed them over and said "fuck you." You went back and said, "Hey, let me take a look,"
Oh, of
and then
course, bro. Of course,
I love
yeah,
that.
and
I love
yeah, yeah. They like these guys. They do not like Nick very much, the guy that I brought in, but they do respect me a ton, and they're awesome, dude. Like she works for Apple, and then he works for Google, and so
that.
she's gifted me like, dude. Honestly, this iPad, like she hooked me up. Like they gave my mom Christmas present. These clients are like family to me, man. So like it's pretty cool the way it worked out. But yeah, I ripped it. It was a beautiful wall. I saw the footer was cracked, and I just told him honestly, I was like, look, I think eventually it's gonna fail. It might not. It could probably last another 5 years, but if it's gonna fail, I wouldn't build anything on top of it. And they were like, okay, let's just take it out. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. Let me take it out. And I took it out.
Did he have to put another wall in there, or just left it without one?
Not right now. I just like regraded it, left it, kind of just. It looks really good, but it was more like a
Got it.
decorative wall that they were gonna put some garden beds on at some point in time. But they do unfortunately have like a bunch of home warranty issues with these builders. Like the grade is all messed up and whatnot. So they got like there's a whole layer to this story. But main point being is like I sold a big job, I knocked it down, I learned the hard way, but I came back and always do the right thing. And now I've made myself not only a client that will probably support me forever, but also like some really good family friends. So it's pretty cool, dude. And that's how I got started.
1000%, bro. So you pretty much subbed out the whole job, but you were also doing a lot of that same job also, learning
Yeah,
how
like
to.
I brought in, yeah, I messed everything up, Manny.
No, it just stopped, but now it's back. We're good.
Okay, sweet. Sorry, repeat that question for me, bro.
Yep. So you pretty much subbed out that whole job, but used it as a learning experience because you were also in there with the guy saying, "Hey, listen, no, don't just do it. Show me how to do it while you install it."
Yeah, exactly. I told him, so I lined it up, I did everything, and I told him, look, come in, do what you got to do, let's split the profits 50-50. He was all cool for that, right? At the same time, I had like my high school buddies come help me like move rock, dude. We moved like 46 tons of rock with, I know that number because it fucking sucks so much. 46 tons of rock with shovels and fucking wheelbarrows, dude. And so if you're in the landscaping industry, you know that that's a good amount of rock to move with fucking shovels and wheelbarrows. And it's down a hill. So, or up a hill, so you gotta like to get to the top of the fucking hill. You gotta bring, man, dude.
You
It
got to
beat me
put
up.
some pump into that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Wow,
bro. We
what
went.
a
Yeah.
story. So
Yeah.
then, at what point did you go from there? Like when you did that job, did you feel like, did you think that okay, this is what I want to do? This is where the money is. I want to do more of this.
Yeah. So at that point in time, I still had my lawn care business, right? So I was pumping 100 houses a week, 115 houses a week as far as lawn care. With my high school buddies, I hired them to mow lawns for me for the summer. And then I took my other high school buddies and I was like, yo, look, we're going to try this job. And right, we did it. And then right there, I realized I cranked the math. And I quickly realized, look, for me to make $1 million, I got to do 28,577 lawn mows. That's like fucking impossible. Or if I just sold this job, 20 more times, that's way more realistic. And so right there, it just clicked in my brain. I was like, all right, look, I could do this, and it's way more fun, and I like it more, and the profit margin's better. Boom, let's do this. And that was before I even knew anything about like this whole industry where there's people on social media doing this. There's like lots of money and sick projects and design. Like, dude, I didn't know landscaping existed. I thought like it came with the house, to be honest with you. Like it was built
Yeah,
in. Like people drive around and you'd be shocked. Like landscapers take this for granted, but like when you introduce someone to landscaping, they don't realize like, dude, all the concrete that you see pretty much as far as the walkways, all the plants you see, all the medians, all the curbs, all the roads, dude, all the plants, all the trees, everything, all the irrigation, bro, all the swales, all the drainage, that's all landscaping. Like when you drive around, a lot of what you're seeing is literal landscape. It's like a secret realm of money to be made and valuable service to the world. And so like I just quickly realized and got introduced to it and then I got hooked, bro. I started trying to do more jobs. But then I had to go back to fucking college, bro. So like I did 6 or 7 good jobs. I did some patios, I did some pavers. I learned all this shit after this one for the summer. And then I had to go back to college, right?
and you were still at
And
this
then
point still subbing out with Nick or with somebody else.
no, dude, I stopped subbing out with Nick. I was running it. I started a landscape company. So after I did that job, the next thing I did next day was open an LLC called Landscape Simplified. So I had Erie Lawn Boys and Landscape Simplified this summer, and I was running both, right? And I was doing installations and lawn care, but I was doing installations with myself and like my best buddy and one of my other high school buddies, bro. And we were just getting after it. And if we had to sub stuff out, we would, sub out a concrete pour and finishers and whatnot when we had to. But dude, I just went after it. Started door knocking and same
Wow,
shit, dude. Just started trying to find these jobs, bro.
let's fucking go. And so you went to school. That same semester was the one that you dropped out fully to pursue this.
Dude, that whole year, that's just one year, bro. So I dropped out, failed at real estate, and then I got the lawn care pumping, and then I did all the construction shit. That was all one year. That's one
That
year.
was 1 year, bro. What the
That was one year.
bro? I thought this shit went on for like 3 years. Like what the fuck?
No,
1 year.
that was one fucking year, dude. That was like sophomore year. That was last year.
Wow, bro. And talk about like going to school or starting a business, bro. You learn more in that one job that you probably subbed out than you would have in school,
Yeah,
bro, because you were in the real world,
exactly.
real hard knocks.
A real hard
Real,
knocks like financing, machinery, employees, how to hire, how to fire, accounting, dude. The other thing we could go on, dude. You could talk to me on the podcast for fucking years. So I started making real money this summer. And so a lot. Oh, here's a good fucking thing for all you haters out there. This watch, I get so many goddamn comments about take off the gold watch. Never. I will never fucking do that. And here's why. That first summer, after I got my ass kicked, that year, just that year that I just told you, I
yeah.
told my mom, I told everyone I knew, I dreamed about it before it even started, that I was going to buy myself a gold watch just like Andres, the guy I met that made me like go all in and pretty much quit college on the first bet. I saw that gold watch and I told myself I'm gonna fucking buy one this year when I make my first $100,000. And literally, I think 4 days before I had to go back to college, I checked my bank account and I made my first 100 grand. And the next day I told my mom I'm going to get a watch. And for all you guys that see me flashy or this, that, I don't spend fucking shit on myself, believe it or not, dude. I don't buy anything. I am solely addicted to building a business, building opportunity, and building greatness. And so it's very hard for me to spend money on myself. But at the end of that year, I bought myself a watch, and it's this one, and I will wear it to the day that I drop, the day that I die. I will never take it off.
Dude, I love the story. I see the watch all the time, and I'm like, well, I don't hate on him. I'm like, oh shit, he's wearing a watch on this job site. I'm like, oh, isn't that dangerous to crack the shit? But now I know the story. Let me ask you, how much did that watch
I'll
cost?
never take it off. That's a good question. I should know that.
Was it
I
like
think I
was it expensive or was it not that big of a
No,
purchase?
it's not that expensive. I mean, it's just plated, so it's a plated gold watch. It's not a solid gold watch. It's just like a below, like just a standard plated watch. It's nothing fancy. It's really nice on the inside. It looks really good.
Nice.
But I want to say it was like, oh, dude, I don't know. I think it was like $9,000 or something like that. I don't know.
9K. Okay, that is a little hefty, but I definitely see, Jacob. I see you progressing, bro. I know that eventually it's gonna turn into a rollie, eventually an AP, eventually a pattern.
And it could be less than 9K, bro, because I want to say I remember I got a deal on it. It was like a 60% off or something like that too.
Okay, good. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I was
Probably
shopping.
9K
I was
for a
shop. I went with
rollie
my mom, dude. It was
was a
expensive, bro.
$400
Like,
bump.
yeah, it was expensive. Like, I didn't spend a dime on myself. I spent an entire year banging my head against the wall, working my ass off, and I did not buy shit. When I tell you that, I sincerely mean that. Like, I would spend, dude, I got so good at groceries. I mean, my grocery bill for a month would be $120 for the month. That's how much I would
Mm.
spend. After I got my ass kicked in that real estate endeavor, I got tight with money. And so, like, even when I was running it up with my lawn care and doing that $55,000 project and gripping construction and running multiple teams, like, I was making a lot of money for that year for the first time in my life. And like, I still didn't spend a dime on myself. So it took a lot for me to go buy this watch. And my mom was actually there with me. It's funny. I almost didn't even buy it, but she was like, dude, you're buying this. Like, go fucking buy it right now. And she's like, you get the discounted one, but buy it. Like, buy your vision. And I was like, all right.
But I'm glad she pushed you to do it too, bro, because that's an emblem that'll be never forgotten. That watch. I love
Yeah.
that, bro. And so, at what point now you're full time in this? Did you find out about the social media part during the same time too, or was that a little bit later?
Nah, dude. So like, it feels like I've been around a little bit, like doing this, dude. It's brand new. If I'm just being completely transparent, it's not brand new. I've been mowing lawn since I was 12, but like, it's a very
The
young
content
success that
of
I
it.
think. Yeah, the content, and everything. So if we get to, so pretty much this was 1 year ago in the timeline of things, right? So we're 1 year now away from where I am right now today. And so boom, I finish out that summer. I buy this watch on my last couple days of going back to school, and I go back to school for my junior year of college semester, which was quite literally this last year, like this last semester, this last fall semester, right? I've got Erie Lawn Boys and I've got Landscape Simplified under my name. I ripped it that summer. But here's the issue, bro. All the college kids that were doing the lawn mows, they go back to fucking college. And then the landscaping, I was the landscaper. I was the seller. I was the builder. I was all of it, bro. And so now I'm like, shit, like, what do I do? How do I keeping making money? I don't want to just go back to school and like have it turn off entirely. So what happens is I hit up Juan, bro. I call Juan. Juan speaks only Spanish, right? And so luckily for me, oh, dude, I forgot the pizzeria story too. So, like in high school, I was working at a pizzeria and I taught myself Spanish. I don't speak, my family does not speak Spanish. I taught myself Spanish in a pizzeria every single day going there because I graduated high school early because I liked money and I want to get out of the fucking system, bro. So, anyways, back to the timeline, bro. I call Juan. I'm like, Juan, do you want to make some money with my company? Do you want to take over all these yards? And so he finishes out mowing with him and a couple of his buddies and whatnot. They start mowing all my lawns for me while I'm in college. And then I had some landscape jobs that I would give to Juan as well while I was in college. So he built a fence for me. He poured some patios. And then while I was in college, I was running this thing, bro. I was making money every single week doing landscaping while in my junior semester of college, which is when it's supposed to get hard, right? This past year. And I'm just going to be straight up with you, bro. I went to class 6 times. I had a girlfriend. We lived in Mexico for 3 weeks, 4 weeks of this semester because it's close. Tucson's close. And I was just running landscape jobs and doing my class online and using chat to do my classes. And I pulled off all A's. I only going to 6 fucking classes in the entire semester. And that was right where I was like, dude, fuck this. I'm going all in on landscaping.
Bro, that is some
To be
shit out of a
honest,
movie, bro. Like that is really some shit out of a movie. Like you're with your
I
girl,
swear
you're
to
in,
God.
Mexico, out of all fucking places. Like,
I swear, dude. I genuinely swear to God. But that sounds cool, right? It's all good. I was running it both here. Juan was taking over, and then like right about November, I land this big job, bro. I land this job of this guy that wants I didn't know it. This is pretty good shit, bro. By the way, I almost forgot about this. So Juan's running it. I'm in college. I'm running my business. I'm kind of making money. It's kind of hard to like do it from afar. I'm doing my class to the best of my ability. I have this girlfriend. Like everything seems pretty good, right?
right.
But what I've found in life is when it rains, it fucking pours, dude. And so what happens is I go for this project. It's a $26,000 project. We're doing concrete. We're doing a roof. I thought it was a pergola. Yeah, I thought it was a pergola. This guy drew up a pergola for me, and I bid it. I got a little cocky and greedy, I would say, like I thought I could take it on, and boom, the stress just starts hitting because Juan can't just do it, and I have to catch a flight home. And there's this 3-week window of this job that just fucking sucked. Like every minute was horrible. This client was really hard to work with. The budget was horrible. I lost money on it. The job didn't go to plan. And then what happened is along that timeline, the girl that I was with at that point in time, I was like not available at all for like a month because I was flying back and forth, stressed out, trying to do school, trying to go back, trying to do this. And so she broke up with me, right? And so pretty much I got my girlfriend, whatever, that went down. This job goes horrible for me. And then my school started slightly slipping. It was the first time in my life where I like wasn't just getting kind of A's on all my stuff. And I was trying to sell Erie Lawn Boys at the same time as this. So I had listed that business for sale because I had planned to go all in on landscape, and the contract fell through at the same point in time. So like pretty much everything just kind of went to shit for a quick minute there. And I had to really dig deep and like finish out this semester, right? And so I remember I flew back. We poured a concrete patio when it snowed, so the whole thing froze. I had to redo it. It sucked, bro. But I kept fucking pushing, bro. I kept pushing. And I meet this guy named Ken. I close the deal on my Erie Lawn Boys business. I sell it for 54,000. I think I sold the business for 54,000. My lawn care list and everything.
And that's
Um,
just what
the
the routes and the equipment too.
that's the equipment. That was one team member, the route, the client list, and then I made it so that I seller financed it to this guy. So because of what I learned in real estate and because of what I've been doing previous, I was familiar with financing, right? So I was like sort of familiar. I knew the idea. So I listed this business for biz, buy, sell, and a guy hit me up to buy it in my area. And the only way it sold is because I was willing to seller finance it because I want to get rid of the volume of lawn care and solely focus on construction. So he hit me up and he had to put a down deposit, which pretty much covered the equipment. I made some money. He put 26K down, and then it guaranteed that over the course of the next year, I would help him net pretty much exactly what I netted the year before and help him with everything. So show him how I did everything, and then he pay me my lump sum. So he still is going to pay me at the end of the year the 50%. So pretty much I got absolutely destroyed, annihilated, and I closed this business, bro. But he asked for my truck. My truck was in Arizona. And so I drive the truck all the way back to him here in Colorado to give it to him so that he can like do his thing here in Colorado. He had like a little snow list that I kept Juan kind of working. So I tried to keep Juan busy while I was in school. I sold everything I had. And then I get to the end of the semester and I realize like, holy shit, I pretty much don't have like my friends I was unavailable for the last 4 months because I was just stressed all the time trying to balance all this shit. I lost my girlfriend to like working, and I sold my truck and my business. I have no cash flow all of a sudden. And I'm just keeping Juan busy with snow contracts. And at the same time, like I met with my boy Andres and I was like, dude, I feel a little lost right now going to college. Like all these guys are in frats and sororities. I think that shit's stupid. Like what do I do? And he was like, dude, what do you think you should do? What does your heart tell you? He's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't think college is for me, bro. It never has been. And he was like, well then don't go anymore. And that was right when I met with another guy, Reed Bright, who was my buddy Andres' buddy. I went and got coffee with him. He had a dumpster business. And dude, Chase Gallagher, if you fucking see this, man, if you've made it this far, this is how coincidental and the small things in life make the difference. This guy, he gets a coffee with me and he says, dude, you should follow Chase Gallagher. I saw you're trying to get into construction landscape. You should just follow him. He seems like he does a pretty good job. And I follow Chase Gallagher. And then 3 days later, I'm booking a fucking call with him to like join his coaching program. And boom, I joined his coaching program in the last couple of days of being at U of A on the semester. And he's, I meet all these guys. I figure out that, wow, there's a fucking social media industry on this. There's money to be made. Like, this guy's incredible. He's doing it. And so he's like, dude, drop out of school, go all in, like, do it. And then Andreas was telling me, and so all these people that I fucking admire, all these people that are actually winning and doing what I want, they all like took the bet to go in on themselves to fucking do what they knew they should do. And I remember there's one day, Texan Landscape and Chris, you should call him, have him on. He's a really good guy in Texas. Texan Landscape, super reasonable guy, just a sound voice, sort of like Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. Like, that's what he reminds me of, bro. I swear to God. Dude, I hop on this call with him. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do, man. Like, should I stay in school or should I not? And he was like, well, what do you think you're going to do when you graduate school, if you graduate? And I was like, well, I'd probably just go back home and go all in on landscaping. And he was like, well, why don't you just fucking do that now and get to it? And I was like,
Skip the yeah.
that makes total sense. And he was like, yeah, bro, fucking do it. And so then in a matter of a week, bro, I pretty much sold my entire apartment. I sold my bed, I sold my TV, I sold my sofa, I sold everything. And I told my roommates that I was living with, and I'm locked in a lease in Arizona. I'm still paying this lease in Arizona, low key, right now for my apartment in U of A. But I just told them, I was like, look, I'm not coming back, y'all. I'm leaving. And they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm leaving. And so then I started looking on Facebook Marketplace in Arizona for a truck because I had no car. I had no girlfriend. I was sleeping on the fucking ground in the apartment on the carpet because I sold all my shit. And I was just waiting to try and find this truck. And I found this truck, the black truck that I have now. And I drove all the way fucking home with everything I owned that pretty much fit in a box. And that was this December. Boom. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God.
Like, you bought the truck in Arizona and drove it up to Colorado?
The fucking black truck that everyone sees? Yes, bro. That is a truck
Dude,
from
you have
Arizona.
got to be fucking shitting me, dude.
Oh, bro, dude, this is where it starts.
Story.
Now we can start the story, bro. Now, ORO Landscape starts. I hadn't even had the name of ORO Landscape yet.
I did.
ORO Landscape. So gold. This means gold in Spanish and Italian. For those of you that don't know, Oro means gold. Around my neck, I wear a gold horn. It's an Italian thing. It keeps away bad spirits. It was gifted to me by my great grandfather and my grandma. And so Oro and gold. Like, I always kind of liked it. I think it looks luxury. I think it looks premium. And I was trying to rebrand after I sold Erie Lawn Boys and Landscape Simplified. Like, it just didn't do it for me. And so I got home. I was sitting down. I remember with my mom. I was fucking sitting down. And I was just sitting there for like 4 hours trying to figure out my name for this company. Like, what do I want it to be? And the gold, like, I knew I wanted to probably have gold and black colors. So I narrowed that down. And then it just so happened that night that we watched Lamborghini. So we watched the movie Lamborghini, Ferruccio Lamborghini. My nickname is Farlucci. Like, everyone knows me as Farlucci. And so we watched this fucking movie. And if you have seen Lamborghini, the movie, it's everything that I was like, I quit everything. I bet it all on the line. I had nothing. I lost everything. And this guy, like, I was like, I could be him. And so that's where I got the bull from. I wanted to be the bull. This bull, the Mira Fighting Bull, is the same one as Lamborghini. It would rather die in the ring than quit. And so I told myself that day, I was like, I would rather die in the ring than quit. And so that's how I got the bull. I had the Italian for the gold because I wanted to be luxury and premium. And then it kind of all meshed together because this bull has the same horn that goes around my neck. So it all fucking just came together. And I wanted it simple, bro. I wanted the name to be super simple because if I looked at the best businesses, Apple, it's so easy to fucking spell. It's one word. If you look at, like, dude, Dick's Sporting Goods, or just like all the best businesses, dude, that you realize really quickly they're one fucking word, like Ross, Walmart, it's one word. So I knew, I was like, it has to be simple. It has to be easy to spell. And so then Oro, with the gold, with the name, with the bull, with the Lamborghini, with the fucking mindset, everything came together. And boom, that was it. I knew that was the name, bro.
Dude, that's actually really, really, and you're passionate about it too. It's something that you didn't just name it, Jacob's Landscaping. It's not, some basic shit.
Nah, bro.
Holy fuck, bro.
It means
So
way more to me than that. Like, it means everything to me because this is like the point in my life where, like, dude, imagine you got a full ride scholarship, and imagine you had made money, but you lost fucking everything. You're back home. You have nothing, bro. You have literally a truck, and you are in your parents' living room trying to figure out the name for the business that you're gonna start. Like, that's what it was, bro. And
I
yeah,
can picture this too. I can feel myself in that room, bro, and they're looking at you like they want to support you, but in the back of the head is like, business is not easy. So it's like, it's this kid over his head.
nah,
You know what he's doing. He just
yeah,
quit school. He can't go back. So I can feel it that they don't want to doubt but it's also hard to believe that you're gonna do it. So I feel you.
And like, so, yeah, and it's not like my home. Like I'm a white boy. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like that in my home. My dad is an Italian tough motherfucker. Like we were not friends for like you could if we went up and down the fucking stairs at the same time, we would not make eye contact or say a word, dude. So like, that's the home. Like, and we got more chill with time as I got older. But dude, imagine your son comes home and forfeited his scholarship and is living in your fucking house. Like, and you're a tough Italian dude. Like, it was not comfortable. Not fucking comfortable, dude. But I did it, bro. And that's when I started my Instagram too. So like, dude, December I had 200 followers, bro. Chase Gallagher told me to start it and I was like, let's go. I'm going to do it. Boom.
And let's talk a little bit more about that. So around December, January, I remember you had a nice post in the back of your truck. You know, somebody that doesn't know you at the time might think, damn, this kid, you know, might be transforming the industry real soon. And so at that point, how did working with Chase and just going all in on this thing, all hardscape, all luxury, how did that work? How did that unfold?
Yeah. Here, wait. Let me plug, because I just saw this thing. It said like 20%. Let me plug my phone in real quick, and then I'll answer that.
Yo,
Hold that question real quick.
gotcha. You know what? Let's take a quick intermission break too, Jacob. I'll be right back.
All right, bro.
All right, back. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, my bad, Jacob. I'm back. I had to use the bathroom real quick.
You good, bro? All right, you good, bro?
What are you eating? Peanut
I
butter?
got some. Yeah, bro. I haven't eaten yet today, low key. I'm telling you, bro. It's a fucking grind. Like people see it. Like once you see it real life, it's crazy, dude. But
Dude,
yeah,
holy shit.
let's do it
Respect
real
and
quick.
love it, bro. Like I'm
Yeah,
seeing the behind the scenes right now. Love it.
yeah. Well, this is the real story. But real quick, bro. This here, just before I forget, it's a mini Lamborghini. It's the only gift that I got for Christmas this year, right? And my mom got it for me. So imagine you move home, you have nothing, you fucking name your company, like, right? And you watch this movie, and my mom got me this, bro. And right then and there, I was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do this, bro. And so this little mini Lamborghini is my dream Lamborghini. He's my fucking hero, bro. But yeah, dude, I started from fucking zero. This is like level zero. Isn't that crazy, bro? We've been on this for like a minute, and I've pretty
Yo,
much told you
facts,
we
bro.
have not even started. ORO Landscape hasn't even fucking started yet, bro. Isn't that
Bro,
shit
let's
crazy?
fucking do it, bro. And I hope you don't mind, Jacob. I know it has been 58 minutes and 40 seconds, bro. So I hope I'm
Has
not
it
taking
really? Holy
yeah,
shit!
I hope I'm
Nah,
not
this
taking
is
up too
fun,
much
bro.
time, bro.
It's fun because I'll make a bunch of short form media out of it too. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
But
bet for
it'll
sure.
we can pick it up now. I'll pick it up. I'll get it into the ORO now because honestly, now's when the fucking shit starts, bro.
Yes,
It's
sir.
crazy.
Yes, sir. Let's fucking go. All right, bet. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right,
So
where you want me to start at, bro?
cool. So we're back from the intermission break. Let's talk. We were going to start talking about how getting coaching from Chase and CMG University, and you going full in on luxury landscape projects only. So how did all of that unravel? How did all that come together?
Yeah, so we get to December. I bet it all on the line, right? I'm at level fucking zero, but I had bought Chase's coaching program. I had bought his advice, and he had told me, look, bro, you need to drop out. Chase Gallagher changed my fucking life. That man literally changed my entire course of life. And I'm forever grateful for him, man. And so if you're ever in the position to buy coaching, specific coaching, I strongly recommend it. So I get home, I have Chase in my corner right now after having done some landscape projects, and he tells me exactly what to do. And I'm very coachable. That's the one thing I am proud of. I'm very fucking coachable. So he tells me, Jacob, you need to go get clients. You need to go get cash flow. You got to start building. He tells me you need to go get a truck right away, and you need to get jobs. So what I start doing is I start applying the shit I learned in real estate, bro. I started fucking door knocking 40 houses a day in the middle of fucking winter when it's snowing outside trying to sell landscaping. So I look like a fucking maniac, dude. Like no one does landscaping in the middle of the winter. And I'm out there door knocking with like some hoodies that I just printed with ORO Landscape. And Chase is like every week we'd meet and I'd pretty much just come to him and I'd be like, dude, I'm putting in the fucking volume. Like I'm here to fucking win. And he would be like, all right, bro, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And so week by week, I would fucking come back to him and be like, look, bro, I did this. I mean, I would do, a lot of it was like using stuff that I had knew worked because I had done this stuff before. I had built a business. I
Right.
had done real estate. But he helped show me, like, here's what you need. Here's what you got to do next. Here's what you got to do next to fucking get to where I'm at. And so it helped a ton, bro. That $5,000 or whatever it was, $6,000 that I spent on Chase Gallagher quite literally not only changed my fucking life, but made me like a lot of money, dude. So thank you, Chase.
Holy shit! And so how does that work? How does the coaching program work? Is it like you guys have a call, and then whenever you have a question, do you just text it over to him, and he's there for you? Or is that how it works?
Yeah, dude, he's really good. I mean, he's so busy with what he has. I don't know how he does it. He manages his time now that I'm busy and gaining success. But it works like this, bro. Every week you have a meeting with a group of guys that are doing landscaping, and he'll kind of talk about, all right, what's your win of the week? What'd you do? How'd you get it? Everyone kind of shares. It gets you inspired, gets you motivated. And then we do kind of this little thing like, hey, what's your bottleneck, right? And the cool thing is what I brought to Chase's group was like, I did all this for a very successful house flipper, right? We did all the sales techniques. We worked on all this shit of like what you could apply, how you could be better, how to set your goals. And so I would bring that to Chase's group, and he already had a set format. But I mean, imagine you're in a group of guys in a coaching program, but one of the dudes in the room literally has no fucking option. Like my back is against the goddamn wall. I have to win. And so I would ask him question after question. I would write it down. I would fucking text him. I'd be like, dude, how do I do this? What do I do? And so like he helped me a lot. But I just wanted to get it more than everyone else for sure.
Damn, bro, that speaks volumes too to the reason why you've amounted so much fucking success. So now that you've got that behind, you got that in your package, you've got Chase in your pocket, you can text them whenever something comes up. Now, do some of those people that you door knock, do those turn into projects, or how do you start
No,
landing
bro.
projects?
So like December, luckily I had like a lawn care list sort of with Kent. So I helped my guy that I sold the company to. I helped him start lawn care or start snow removal with the lawn care. So I sent a text out to all of them, all the lawn care clients, and told them like, hey, we remove snow. So I was keeping my guys kind of busy, making a couple $100, but it didn't snow very much. Like it only snowed a couple times. So I was door knocking every fucking day in the freezing cold, just trying to get it, trying to get it. And I got pretty much no one for a while. And then boom, bro, I get one guy, and it's the guy that was the Navy SEAL that trained David Goggins. He had moved from California. He lived in this house. I door knocked it like 6 fucking times. And I drew him a sketch on a piece of paper with fucking crayons and colors and shit. And then I sent it to my buddy who's studying architecture at ASU. I was like, yo, bro, I need a 3D rendering for this one because it's going to be a pretty big one. And then I designed this yard for this guy that turned out to be, dude, I think it was like $58,000 job. And then boom, I fucking got it, bro. And so what happened was I posted a video about doing this job. I was wearing my Air Forces and some fucking sweatpants, and I'm all, would you go after a $56,000 job? I sure fucking would. And it got like 400K views of people hating because I was doing this big old like retainer wall. I was doing a fucking sick paver patio, a fire pit, a walkway, artificial turf, built custom garden beds, like all this shit. But dude, when I sold this job, like, I'll just be straight up with you. I had not done, besides that one wall, I hadn't done any of this shit, dude. It was the first time I was using pavers, like, quite honestly. And I had saw Chase Gallagher's post while I was in his program of him using like Techo block and the
Yeah,
wall in this patio. And so something stuck in my brain was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking go get one of those. And then it just happened to hit right there in the middle of winter. So boom, we start this project, $56,000 project, and it just fucking snows every 2 days. So we'd shovel it out, fucking keep working, shovel it out, keep working. And I was posting this whole time, posting. And so this job took me like a month, but it came out fucking insane. And so I knocked it down. And then I got the neighbor, and then I got the neighbor, and then I got the neighbor. And it was because, dude, I had door knocked them fucking 10 times over. And like, I just kept fucking going, dude. I refused to goddamn quit. And like at first I was doing these little jobs to hold myself over while I'm at my parents' house. I was taking an ice bath every day. Like I was fucking locked in for 3 months in the fucking snow trying to figure this shit out, dude. And
I
it was tough.
remember that. I remember you were posting on your personal page. You were posting the ice plunges in the morning. You had a little microphone, and you would get in the little
Yeah.
ice. Yeah, dude, I remember that.
Oh yeah, bro. I fucking hate snow and I hate the cold, so I told myself I'm gonna do 30 days of like getting over this, and I'm gonna do this shit, and I'm gonna go. And so I did it, bro. Yeah, that was honestly one of the most challenging 30-day windows of my life. I would wake up at like 5 a.m. or at night, take an ice bath, door knock all day, try and sell projects all day, living in my parents' fucking house, and just, dude, like, oof. It was a tough little
Wow,
period, bro. Yeah.
fucking love it, bro. And you never gave up at anything, bro. Because it sucks to get rejected, bro. I mean, part of what I do for my own business too is a lot of cold calling, a lot of cold outreach, and you get rejected. You know, people say no, some people curse you out, but it is what it is. You have to keep on moving, bro, and you kept on
Keep
fucking
going, bro.
pushing. So now that you land this job and you've never done a lot of it, you call Juan. I would imagine he's your foreman. And how do you structure the rest of the project?
Yeah. So this one, like, I'm a student, so I had done some landscape projects, right? At this point, like I had done that one previous. I had poured patios. Like I wasn't a greenie completely, but I was definitely a greenie to pavers. And so, like, I had Juan come with me. I kept him busy. He was like my main guy, right? He brought my other main guy, Antonio, into the mix. And so we started getting after this. But I designed the whole thing, bro. I spent day and night kind of researching it, figuring out the wall system I was going to use, figuring out the pavers, relaying it off Chase, but mostly just figuring out myself, pulling together the quote, figuring everything fucking out, and like pulling it all together. So by the time that we actually started this shit, like I was pretty damn confident. I was like, all right, I got this.
Let's fucking go. So you designed it. You pretty much. And how much of the? I know that you mentioned that you wanted to get down and dirty yourself too. So you don't just let Juan and the rest of the team just install. You also ask them questions. You talk. You're communicating. You're getting the materials. You're communicating with the client. You're knocking
Oh
the
yeah,
neighbors.
bro.
You're putting out the flags. You're doing all these things. So let me ask you. Let's get into this, Jacob, because I know that you got a lot of hate around this too. So you're not necessarily the one that's always installing every single inch of the project start to finish. You are managing it. So I guess a lot of the hate comes around people saying that, oh, this guy's just picking up his fucking camera and pointing it at the project, acting like he did it. But of course, you always show your guy, so I don't understand that angle. What do you
Oh
think
yeah,
about that?
bro. Yeah, man. It's a lot of people will hate when you see success and when you also see something that you couldn't, like, you don't think is possible. And so a lot of those hate comments come from the fact that they don't think a guy that looks like me when I'm not in the fucking camera is actually laying these pavers, is actually doing the base, is driving the machines, is actually doing all the work too to learn it. And so I learned all of it the fucking hard way, bro. I told you, I literally put it all in myself, fucked it up, took it out, put it back. Like I have done it so many times where it's just off camera, you don't see it. And so for me, number one is I know how to do it all because I learned the hard way and I had to learn through experience. But number two, to the guys that say that, their mindset is stuck. Your mindset is stuck. You're not thinking properly, bro. You're not using leverage. And so like if for example in the field of real estate, you can purchase a home that's $500,000 with 20% down. So you're leveraging, right? You're using X amount of money, 20 grand to own a $500,000 asset. In
Right.
the field of landscaping, if I'm one guy that is on the site, how could I possibly scale? How could you? There are so many layers to this business, man. You have to be the accountant. You have to do the sales. You have to do the website. You have to do the client response. You have to install the pavers. You have to bring the pavers. You have to do the estimates. You have to draw the design. There is a job in this field for everyone. And so for the guy that says like, oh, this kid just picks up the camera, records the project and does it. Dude, I do all of it. I do all of it. But I do all of it better than you, and I have learned how to sell, and I have learned what I'm good at. A lot of times your enemies will tell you what you're best at. And so if you look at the comments of the people that hate on me, what do they say? They say, look at this fucking kid that thinks he can just pick up the Samra. You can't do shit with block, but you're good at sales. And so for me, you hear that enough times and then you realize like, oh shit, I'm good at sales. Juan's way better at laying block than me. So of course I'm going to set my client up to have the best contractor and the best employee and the best construction assets building the landscape, and I'm going to do what I'm good at. I'm going to go sell. I'm going to go build the business. I'm going to finance the machinery. I'm going to set my team up properly. I'm going to put the places, I'm going to specialize, right? Because then I can exceed. I can do far more than what the haters will do. And that's why you've seen me build so fast and amass success is because I understand that.
Dude, I couldn't agree more with you. There's a big difference between owning and running a business and just fucking being a landscaper. Like you could easily, and most of the guys that hate on you, they have team members, but they also just refuse to get out of the field. So they're out there laying papers because they're passionate about it. But then again, you can't really hate when you don't scale. Like that guy can only do so many papers himself. That guy can only do so many projects. And you see the post is just one project over and over because they're only at that one job site. Instead of a
Yeah.
guy like you're on multiple job sites. The guys are there, so I can't hate on you because you're running a business. These guys are, I guess, being landscapers, and it depends on what they want to do. I mean, if they wanted to scale, they have to get out of the field. There's no other fucking choice because you
Yeah.
only have 24 hours. We all need to sleep. and you can only be at one project at a time. But I respect what you've done, bro, and you've grown so fucking fast. Not only the business, but also on social media. Your fitness is on point too, bro. So
Thank
respect
you,
to you,
bro.
bro. You're fucking crushing it, and fuck the haters, honestly.
Oh yeah, no. Truthfully, I love the haters. I love it. So a lot of people tell me like, don't read my. I'll be honest. I don't read a lot of the comments that are like, hey, I don't have time, dude. I'm focused, man. I don't read a lot of the comments. If I'm being honest, like I don't, bro, because I do all of it. So like, I mean, yesterday I'll just be honest with you, dude. I was laying pavers, cutting block, finishing concrete, and then I was going to touch up plantings, throwing in irrigation, doing all this stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, it felt like a low leverage day. Like I got more done yesterday than I honestly genuinely believe most people do. But I was solely in the field, bro. I was literally doing labor, but I felt like I got nothing done. Nothing done. Why? Because, dude, you can't, like, texts go unread, emails go unleft. I missed out on financing opportunities, promotional opportunities, guys needing this, that, business opportunities, man. Like all this craziness that I need to be doing and should be doing gets missed, gets skipped because I'm in the field, bro. And then your
Yeah,
service sucks. Because, like, dude, all the old, I call them old geezers, bro. You old workers. You guys, dude, all the complaints in this industry are for your unprofessionalism, bro. That's why I saw this opportunity when I was in real estate. I saw that I could just be an extreme professional and build better systems and processes and dominate the fuck out of you, man. Because you're not going to check your phone and text the client that's complaining or asking questions or needing a quote. Whereas we're going to be fucking boom. My secretary's on it. She's texting, dude, instantaneous text backs. Boom, Jacob's available to take calls. I'm not just laying pavers. Boom, Jacob's team, he'll get in touch with the team and those guys will come get it fixed, right? That's how you run a business, bro. That's how you scale. And it's not even about scale. It's how you provide way better service. My service is better than you guys, bro. And not only that, why is it better, dude? I've been in the fucking trenches and I have learned these products. Like I have learned why this patio style is way better. I have learned why open grade base works way better than a closed grade base and why my patios don't fail and why my concrete's better. Like, dude, I learned from cracking concrete that I need to have rebar every foot on center. I need to have metal mesh. I need to have fiber infused concrete. I need to excavate 10 inches and bring in all this rock and jumping jack the foundation. I've literally done all that myself and learned the hard way. And so now I have just taken the time to teach my team the better ways and methods to do it. So now I get myself out of the field. My team's installing at a better quality than everyone else. And I'm just solely focused on my clients and scaling and doing better, bro. And so, like, that's how you have to do it. That's point blank and period.
21
Yeah,
years
bro.
fucking old, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me with the shit that you know, bro. I mean, holy shit,
Thank you,
bro.
bro.
And one last thing on the hating, and then we'll move on. But it's like, fuck, man. It's like, how can you hate this guy? You know, it's like you documented the process of you learning the field, but instead of you being a bitch and just going to work for somebody else, you took on all the risk on yourself. And even though you didn't know what you were doing at first, that risk was still there. So you technically had it two times more difficult than somebody else because
Oh,
you didn't
yeah.
know what you were doing, and you also didn't know how to run a fucking business. But you
Yeah,
learned, bro.
bro.
So you technically learned twice as hard. So to all the fucking haters,
Exactly.
all you had to learn was learn how to lay papers. Jacob had to learn how to do that
Exactly.
and run a fucking business. And my gosh, bro, it's fucking insane. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, bro. That's why I fucking say, like, I get a lot of comments or people ask me, dude, and that's actually a really, really good point, bro. I'm gonna short media this and clip it. You have all these fucking people and every career, every path you could go, everyone's always asking, like, yo, how do I get started? How do I get started, bro? Should I go work for them first and like play it safe? Should I go to school first and like really study first and then maybe try and do it? Or should I like learn how the pavers work first and then go for it? Dude, fuck that. If you want to win, you got to go for it. If you want to jump in, you got to fucking jump in. And so, like, people hate on me a lot too because of the velocity that I move. Like, dude, if I wanted to learn how to do a fucking, like, I'm going to do a drop in pool here shortly. And I have not done a drop in fucking pool, but watch what happens in like 2 weeks from now when I'm craning a fucking shell pool over and doing a 300 grand project is because I fucking move at velocity. I learn fast, learn on your feet. Go for your fucking dream. Do it. And so, like, the best way to learn is by doing. Don't like, should I learn from him first, underneath him as an employee and waste 3 years? In my opinion, fuck no. Like, don't do that. Go sell the job. Go find someone that's really good at doing it. Bring them in, watch them, and fucking then tell them, like, yo, I got this. Try it, fuck it up, learn, redo, do the right thing, lose one time so maybe you don't make a killing, but now you know how to do it, and now go fucking rip it. And so that's like how I learned, dude. It's just better, in my opinion.
Fuck. Yeah, bro. You're shooting the gun instead of trying to zone in and then shoot the gun. So you just shoot, shoot, shoot. You miss. You got it
Sorta,
right.
sorta,
Now
sorta.
you. I guess that's a weird
that
example,
that
but
sounds bad, bro. That sounds like shoot first and then and then aim. That is not what I'm saying.
no, guys, don't
Like
do that.
fucking try your best to aim, and if you suck at aiming at first, that's okay because you don't have the hour. You like to master anything, it takes 20 hours, right? That's a known like statistic, sort of, right? It's a good basis for everything. So like, I'm not saying fucking shoot, 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 and like fuck tons of shit up and lose tons of money, piss tons of people off, and suck at what you do. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Fucking aim, be smart, but shoot. Like fucking try.
Shoot. Yeah,
Go for
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Right?
And not don't aim all fucking 20 years of your life. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Don't fucking aim for 20 years and then think you can shoot. Because watch what happens. Like, there's people in this life, in this world, dude, that just sit there trying to learn about how to aim the entire fucking life, right? Alex Ramosi has tons of quotes about this, bro. But and The Rock's famous quote is like, is it day one or is it one day, right? And so you could sit there fucking learning or thinking about learning how to aim for your whole life, but dude, you're not gonna know if you're good until you fucking shoot the first time. And so for me, you got to get to that point faster where you gotta fucking take the risk. You got to go and be educated, be smart, move properly, call the right people, ask people to help you, utilize fucking the internet, search things up, do your research. And in essence, that entire time you are aiming, but there's a point where you have to fucking shoot, dude. Like your first website, you have to like fucking do it, right? Or your first
Do it
design or
all.
your
Yeah,
first
bro.
paver, anything, bro. Your first boxing match, like you could watch unlimited YouTube on boxing, or you could shadow underneath someone. But dude, until you're in the fucking ring sparring someone for your first time, you're still level fucking zero. I don't care what anyone says, bro. So get past level zero as fast as possible is my opinion, dude. Like if I was gonna go learn how to box, which I do love boxing, but if you were gonna take me back and I had never boxed or I had never done any of that stuff, the first thing I would do and the first thing I did was I said, look, I just want to spar right away. Put me in the ring. And they did. And I got my ass fucking kicked, right? I got fucking annihilated. But boom, now I'm like, now I got it over with, bro. So I
Yeah,
really
you got
apply
the
that mentality
foundation.
to everything, dude. Yeah.
I love it, bro. And the key word that you mentioned there, velocity, bro, because that is the fucking
Velocity.
perfect word to describe what you've done, bro. I mean, to go from 300 subscribers in December to I think 11, 12,000 now
Yeah.
in a matter of 7 months, 7.5 months. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 months we could say. It's fucking insane, bro. And wow, bro, it's fucking insane, bro. And then I like what you said too about failing fast too, because the sooner that you fail, it's like you know what you fucked up. Now you can fix it. Now you know how to do it right now. You know how to not fuck it up. And so now every project you get, you're doing it right. So
Oh, yeah, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fucking we got to get that shit written on the fucking wall. That's Jacob's fucking quote right there,
And dude,
bro.
fucking move with velocity, bro. I truly believe it. You got to.
Let's
You got
go,
to.
bro.
Yeah, and so like for my company too, because I feel like the other thing with ORO Landscape is we've become really good, man. We are very talented. We are very high quality. I'm very proud of my team and very proud of what I've built, and it's only going to keep getting better, man. And so like along the way though, dude, I always am looking for how to get better. And so I think a lot of older like guys that hate on me and whatnot, they always like don't realize that, bro. I am always, always, always trying to learn to get better. I am the most coachable student out there, dude. If you are in a position that I want to go, so you know how to make $10 million. If you told me today to go do this, tomorrow I go do it, bro. Because like I'm always looking, I'm always learning. So in landscaping, I saw that like 3D renderings are a fucking awesome opportunity to provide more value for my clients and upsell and learn. And so I was paying a firm in the Philippines to do that shit for me, and they would take 3 weeks and it wouldn't be good. And then the client's gonna want changes right away. So you know what I did, dude? I called a bunch of people that do 3D designs and I asked them what software they use, and then I stayed up till 4 a.m. fucking doing my first one. And then I went out to a client's house and said, hey, look, I offer 3D rendering services now. And boom. And then I started doing 3D renderings for all of our projects. And then another guy has like a zip level, which is a sick machine that shoots grade and everything. And I taught my team how to fucking use it when previously they only used like stakes and string. And now they shoot patios in minutes and can know how fast to excavate. Like I'm always fucking looking for better ways, dude. Always.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, bro. And on that same topic, I saw that you were even subbing out. Well, some of the top landscapers are subbing out to you the design now. So that's a pretty dope another stream of income for you, and also you get to claim. I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming you get to claim that oh, I designed this. This is in my portfolio. I did that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. So I started a design firm. So now I design projects for some contractors. I design them for just clients that just want to design. Uh, it's pretty lucrative. It's really fun. I love it. Like I really do. And I'm pretty good at it. So, it works out. And I actually taught my mom. So previous to all this, bro, my mom has like been there for me. Obviously in this video or in this podcast, you can kind of hear she keeps coming up, right? And it was my dream last year, and it's been my dream for a while to like retire my mom. I knew I was going to do it. And it's actually fucking crazy because I did it, bro. My mom quit her her teaching job to work with me. And I taught her how to design. And so she's not good with computers or technology at all. And I told her, look, you're going to apply the same principles that I applied to this because I was bad at everything that I was doing now, not even a year ago. So you can learn. You got to put 20 hours in. And so she started learning computers. She did her first design, and then we actually built the project. I just posted. But I'm super proud of her because now she's working for my company. Technically, I pay her like commission per job that she designs, and she loves designing. Whole new avenue. Got rid of the employee mindset. All this awesome shit. And so I'm really excited for what the future holds as far as like the designing process, bro, because I think she's going to be a lethal designer, and she's really good at talking to people. So we'll see what happens,
Dude,
bro.
I saw her in one of your videos a while back, maybe like 2, 3 months ago, and I was like, oh, I guess they're fucking around. He's making it look like she's working, but she actually is.
Yeah,
So
bro,
that's
she is,
fucking
bro.
awesome, bro.
Yep,
That's
she took the
dope.
risk. She took the risk, bro. It's been I don't know, 10 years of her saying like, I hate teaching. She doesn't hate teaching. Let me see. That's the wrong way to word it. She's very exhausted of it and wanted to change her pace of life. And she's never worked. Most people go their whole life and never start a business, and they never realize, they never break the seal that like, dude, you don't have to get paid per hour. You don't have to get paid a salary for the year. That's a terrible metric. Like, why not take each day and think, how much could I make today by selling valuable something or valuable services or providing value to the world, and then charging a lot of money for it. And so I kind of just broke that seal to her, and she finally realized, like, holy crap, like I did this design in 4 hours and I made, $300-400. I'm making 100 an hour technically right now. And I was like, yeah, and you're just getting started. Imagine if you were skilled and you could do that in 45 minutes and be done and go about your day. And she's like, wow. So it's pretty cool, bro.
Awesome, bro. That's amazing. And then jumping back into it real quick here, Jacob, I know that now you're super leveraged as far as tracking your numbers. So I know that you use Zefbit, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. I know that you, Shiloh, one of the founders, he's going to be on the podcast next week, actually. Shout out to him and his
That'll be a
business.
good story. I can't wait to watch that, bro.
Yeah. And so I know you mentioned that you guys have been using it and you know your numbers very well. So what's your whole story? How did you find out about the software? What does it do for you? How do you guys use it?
Yeah, so Zedbit's awesome, dude. For really quickly, what you'll find out in this industry is first you got to get over the hurdle of getting clients in the door. Then you have to get skilled. And then once you get skilled and you get clients in the door, it's all about running the business better, right? So how do you do that? You maximize your profits. And the only way you maximize your profits is looking back to figure out, okay, where did I lose money? Where did I gain money? What went well? What went wrong? Can I figure out my overhead? How can I figure out how my business performs so that every single day I have an idea at least of how much I'm going to have to spend to function? And then with these projects, how can I make sure I'm maximizing profit? And so Zedbit does an
Right.
incredible job of that because it's going to break in, they have a template for everything. So like as a contractor, when you're building a retainer wall, you probably forget to charge for the gravel underneath the footer. You probably forget to charge for the glue that goes in between your blocks. You probably forget to charge for the trailer, your dump trailer, just to go get all this shit and bring it to the job. And so Zedbit has this template that walks you through it all as you're pretty much like constructing it, and it'll make you charge for it and put in your metrics and your numbers. So then when you get to your estimate at the end of this process for each individual thing, Zevbit has created a number for you based off your business and the materials in your specific market that they help you input that's going to guarantee the profit margin that you want to get. So they've kind of built this really cool software to do that. And I highly recommend it. Now, the thing is, though, I actually stopped using the estimate shooting template from them. And the reason being is I've gotten to a point where my numbers, to be honest with you, I'm very solid with my numbers. And I really want velocity and simplicity. And so what I did was I took their kind of formats and I have just kind of simplified it down. So I took the time, I took 4 days going over every single thing that my company provides and doing the calculation of all the materials, all the overhead, all the math, and then just gotten it down to a square foot price so that when I go out, I just know clients like, hey, look, it's $10 per square foot or it's $40 per square foot. And I know that math works for my business, and it just makes it faster. It makes me more confident. It doesn't make me have to go to my computer and like type in all this shit to figure out a price. Like I just know where I'm going to be and how I have to profit, which comes with experience. So for someone getting started or for someone that's trying to write better estimates, that is definitely the software for you. For me at this point in my business, no, because a lot of people hire me for me. They hire my company for me. And so I have kind of started to unlock the ability to charge what I want. And I also know my numbers. And so I can kind of just do that.
That's awesome, bro. So, what does charging per square foot mean? That you can give faster estimates, like because you already know.
Yeah. Yeah. For exactly, bro. Exactly. So like it's a double-sided sword, bro. So a lot of guys will go out there and say like, I'll install sod for $2 a square foot or $4 a square foot, or I'll put your pavers in for $20 a square foot. And then what happens is the client's gonna be like, oh, that's more expensive than the guy down the street. He said he'd do it for 18. Dude, that's bullshit. Like, what are you doing giving away $1 per square foot? That is no math. That is what you got to do way more math if you want to be successful. So in all my estimates and everything I do, dude, I know how much this block's going to cost me. I know how much this gravel's going to cost me. I know how much the rebar is going to cost me. I know how much everything's going to cost me. The freight in, the freight out, the overhead across all my businesses, my machines, my salary, everything, bro. You distill down thousands of variables into this one thing, and that's your price per square foot to install pavers. And you have to do that math one time to get yourself to the profit margin. So what you're going to do is calculate everything that needed to install these pavers on top of your daily overhead or your hourly overhead or however you do that metric for your business, and then your profit margin, bro. And so that's where you come to your square foot price. But if you just say like, oh, I'll do it for 4, I'll do it for 3, dude, how does that work for your business? When you get to the end of the year, like if you just took $1 off, like where's that math coming from? How are you making up the difference? How are you making sure you're 40, 60, 70% profitable, 30% profit? How do you make sure? You got to do the math. And so that's what I do.
Yeah, you can't just be throwing out random numbers. Yeah, that makes total sense. And so let me ask you a quick question on your the way that you go about estimating. When you say that it's going to be a patio at $10 a square foot, for example, do you have a square footage for the patio, a square footage for the pergola, a square footage for the retaining wall? Is that how it works, more or less?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, exactly. So like for a retainer wall, we'll have a face footage price, right? And so what that means is for the wall, depending on what materials we're going to use and such, I know exactly how much to charge per square foot. So when I go out to a client and they have a 30-foot linear wall that needs to be 2 feet high, that's 60 face feet, and I just multiply that by my number, and I can instantly be like, yeah, that's going to cost, whatever,
Wow,
10 million.
bro, the
That's going
confidence
to
it gives you, bro. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
exactly, exactly. So like when clients ask me, like, so all my clients that call in, I set up a meeting. So my secretary takes the call and they say, perfect, we would love to help you. Let's set up a request meeting with you and Jacob for a phone call. So I'll screen them with a phone call first. I call them and I tell them, look, I have your request here in our system in Jobber. We use Jobber for everything. It's the best software. Don't even hesitate. Go get it, bro. Everyone needs to go get Jobber if you're a landscaper. It's the best. But we get them into our calendar. We get them into a sales call with me where they'll just do a phone call for free. And because I know my numbers so well, if they tell me, yeah, and I know my area so well too, we're in X part of Erie, I'll be like, perfect. I've actually done 6 houses right down the street from you. What all can we help you with? And they'll be like, yeah, we need sod. We have a new built house. It's on dirt. I'll be like, perfect. We specialize in that. Tell me what all you want. And so over the phone, I'll literally just give them free pricing. And a lot of times I'll do Zooms and FaceTime. And I've done it so much now that I can literally look at a yard and know the square footage roughly of what it is. And so if they like point out their grass on the FaceTime, I can literally be like, yeah, that looks about, 300-ish square feet is going to be this amount of price. Does that sound like what you kind of had in mind? And so I'm always catering and screening with the first initial process, but it's because I've built the experience, bro. I have built what I am to be able to just look at it, see it, and know how much I want to charge. And I've done the math over and over and over.
Wow, bro, that's amazing, and the ability to give a pricing, instant pricing like that is awesome, and know that you're not hurting yourself or your business financially. That's amazing.
Yep.
And you
Thank
do
you,
that
bro.
over the phone, over the FaceTime call, so you don't even go out to go and see
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. So step one, they call in. Step two, they get set up with a initial screening call where I just try to give them as much value as possible, but also see if you're a real client, see if I want to spend my time coming out to you. So what happens then is I actually do schedule an appointment to go out to the client's home after the phone call if I need to. A lot of times after the phone call, they'll just be like ready to work with us. They'll pay the design invoice and we get started. And all they have to do is send me their plot plan and I start designing. But if I have to go out, we'll schedule that in-person meeting. I'll go out, review it with them, sell further, and then pitch my design process. I charge for estimating and I charge for designing. I do not work with clients that want just a free estimate or a free design. But again, while I'm there and while I'm on the phone, up until this point, they have literally seen and know pretty much what their price is going to be because I just know my numbers and I know the areas and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll literally tell them, look, I'm going to give you a free verbal quote right now as far as pricing, just because I can do that. I have the power to do that with knowing the areas and everything. And so that doesn't mean I'm giving them a contract. It just means that over the phone, I'm literally telling them like, look, your patio is going to probably be about $3,000. Your sod is going to be about $2,000. This is going to be about $5,000. These rocks are going to be about $2,000. So you're going to be at a total of $25,000 roughly. Does that sound like what you kind of had in mind budgeted for your yard? And if they're like, no, I'll be like, well, that's actually perfect for our team because we're going to design and help you get to where you need to be with our design process, but we do charge for it. While I'm doing that, I'm going to help you out. So if you wanted the paver patio, I'm going to tell you right now that, look, that might not be in your budget, but we could do a concrete patio instead. It's going to be less dollars per square foot for you, save you money, and equally accomplish what you want. And so, we're always trying to cater to our client and walk them to the finish line as far as this is the budget that you want to pay. This is how we can get it knocked down for you. And boom, it kind of holds their hand to the process versus just throwing numbers at them and trying to negotiate and battle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's a battle that's a race to the bottom because somebody else gives them a lower number and they're gonna go with them, assuming they're gonna assume that this price is lower, so why would I pay you more if you guys are gonna do the same
Yeah.
work? But they're not because they don't come with your quality, they don't come with your expertise. That's the big difference. That's the
Oh
big
yeah, bro.
difference.
Yeah, yeah. So it's all like, it is also all sales, and it's all just, if you have something valuable to sell, it's very easy to sell, bro. If you believe in your product, it's very easy to sell. And so when someone tells me like Joe Schmo can do it for $10 less per square foot, I tell them, perfect. That's awesome. You should definitely hire Joe Schmo. If that's what you want, if you want the cheapest price, you should absolutely hire Joe Schmo. If you want the top quality, you should just listen to our process, hear what I have to say, and then I'll let you make your informed decision. And then I'll go into my pitch about everything we do for the base, everything we do to prevent cracking, everything we do as far as the preparation, the quality of materials, the quality and the knowledge of the team, the process. And so by the end of that, you don't want to go with Joe Schmo because Joe Schmo's work is not going to, you're going to have issues.
And Jacob, I do want to be respectful of your time, but I want to get one more thing out of you. So, if you were to start over, I mean, I know that you move with speed and velocity. What would be some advice that you would give to a younger version of yourself in the industry or just a young landscaper? Because being a marketing agency, we do get on calls and people say, wow, you work with Jacob, you did an amazing job, and they want to get to where you are. What are some of the aspects that you have learned that they should learn and implement right now into their own business?
Yeah. So let's break this down. Let's break this down into two separate groups. Things
Right.
that you have to go do like right away, and then things that are more like internal that are going to take time to work on. So the first thing you got to go do, number one, is you got to go get a website right away. You don't exist to the internet and you don't exist to anyone if you don't have a website. So that's obviously where you come in. Get them a website. You got to get a website, number one. Number two, you got to get clients. So if you're going to start from scratch, do not, people do this all the time. What truck should I go buy? What track steer should I go finance? Do not do that. Why the fuck would you do that, dude? You have no guarantee of money. And so what you need to do is do what I told you initially in this meeting is you need to go out into the world and put in the work first. You got to go door knock 40 houses so that you have a contract on the table. You have a house to go do. And then what you'll do is you'll go rent. So number one, right, you need the website, you need a landing page so that now you can go door knock and get leads. You got to get leads, man. You got to go out and put the work to get leads. So those are the two first things that I would do. The third thing is honestly the most pivotal freaking thing for me to get started, bro. This is a tough question. I want to give people like tangible things that they could literally go do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
website, go fucking door knock and get clients. And then to get started, you need to reach out to this is the best one. This is from Alex Hormozzi's $1 Million Sales book. He has sold companies for hundreds of millions of dollars. He is very successful. And this is what he says in the beginning of his book and all of his posts. You need to reach out to your entire social network. So you're going to go get a website built. You're going to go door knocking, find sales, and then you're going to reach out to your entire social network. You're going to text and call every single person that's in your contacts, every single person that's your Facebook, every single person. And you're going to tell them what you're doing. You're going to tell them, hey, I have a landscape company that I just started, and I'm looking to provide services to the community. Do you or anyone you know have interest in some landscaping? And boom, within a matter of a week, if you do everything I just said, you'll have a website and you will have a client and you will be making money. The rest you will figure out. I promise you that. You will figure out how to rent a truck. You will figure out how to rent a thing. You will call the right landscaper to help you do the job. You need to go get the job first. Put the pressure on. That's the three things. Those are the tangibles that you should go do.
And that is what I wanted to hear there because it's not like broad advice; it's tangible. So you guys heard it here. Get your site up. Be found on the internet. Second of all, go out and door knock. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to door knock. It's scary, but you have to do it. Do you want to be successful or not? Like, do you want to make it happen or not? Because the choice is yours. You can either knock the door, make the phone call, or just stay where you are, right? And then third thing is reach out to your people. I love it. I love that. It doesn't take much. You can copy and paste if you want. You can go on Facebook. You can go on Instagram. You can go through your phone numbers. You can go into group chats that you're a part of, Facebook groups. And Jacob, you're a shining example of implementing all of those three things, and that not just implementing it, but implementing with fucking speed and velocity.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
Jacob,
It's
man,
all
I
speed
really,
and
really
velocity.
appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you being on here, bro. You're a fucking G. We've worked together, and I know that you have a genuine heart. I know you get a lot of hate, and honestly, fuck those haters. Let them keep on hating because without the haters, it would be all sunshines and rainbows, and that's not the real world. So, just in
Yeah,
case the
bro.
audience wants to
Exactly.
get in contact with you, or there's a client over in Colorado that's listening in, or just a young landscaper that needs some guidance. I know you're going to be doing coaching soon, so can you talk about that and how people can reach you?
Yeah, bro, let's close it out with this. So, and this is what I wanted to tell you, bro. This actually November 30th, I'm going to turn off my business entirely here in Colorado. ORO Landscape is not going to be taking any more projects, starting any more projects November 30th until February. Why? I'm going to actually load up my one truck, my one trailer, and my one track steer, and I'm going to drive across the United States to either California and Florida, and I am going to start my business from scratch, from zero in a place that I want to be, just myself. I'll sleep in my truck. I'll sleep in hotels. I'll door knock every single house that I fucking have to get started from zero. And I'm gonna do it all again this winter in Colorado because it's snowing here and I don't want to be here. And it's gonna be a challenge. I'm gonna make a YouTube TV series of the entire thing, but I'm actually gonna take 3 students during this time period. I'm gonna charge a ridiculous amount of money. Just being honest, for you to be my 3 students. It's going to go to the 3 most qualified people that want to learn. And I'm going to guarantee you that you will make $100,000 net profit in the next 6 months. I'm going to take just 3 people. We're going to meet every 2 days as I'm on this journey doing this in Florida or California. And I'm going to show you how to start your business from scratch. You're going to start it literally with me. And so there's like a documentary of Grant Cardone, who's a famous real estate guy, where Discovery Channel took everything from him, dropped him in a city, and he had to start from zero. And he built a $6 million business in like, I think it was 3 months, 2 months. I'm going to show you how to build $1 million. Yeah, bro, I'm going to show you how to build $1 million revenue business in probably 1 or 2 months time in Florida or California from scratch, from zero, and I'm going to take 3 students along the way. And so if you're interested, I'm not going to make it easy because I get like 20, 30 DMs a day. You got to find a way to get my phone number, text me, and my assistant and my team and I will actually save your number. And when the time comes, I will reach back out to you, and I will take 3 students. So it's going to be a pretty cool opportunity that I'm going to launch, bro.
Let's go. And I love the fact that you made it difficult because it allows if you're gonna have to find a way, right? Whether it's contacting me or contacting Jacob's cousin, or asking around, making things happen. It's gonna be difficult to find them, but when you find them, it's gonna be worth it. So guys, definitely take advantage of that. It sounds awesome, Jacob, and I'll be your number one fucking fan. I'll be reposting your shit all day, every fucking day. And bro, I mean, the challenge never fucking ends. I think I get that feeling from you that until you drop dead, bro, staying the same, bro. Always fucking elevating, bro. So let's fucking go, Jacob. I appreciate you, bro. Jacob, can you read out your website, your Instagram, your Facebook? How can people reach you?
Yep, absolutely, bro. So you can go to orolandscape.com. That's kind of a hot hint right there as far as how to get kind of on this list. Because you'll just get connected to our phone number. You can call or text, and Kayla will take it. If not, go to the Instagram. It's oro.landscape or Jacob Farling, one word. You'll see us pop up right away on the Instagram handle. Shoot me a DM, comment on my videos. I try my best to get back to all of them, bro. But again, I'm focused on the mission right now of becoming a multimillionaire, becoming the most luxurious landscape contractor, builder, and designer, and building the best team. So I am not that focused on just being honest with you, answering DMs. I'm focused on doing it, right? When I start this coaching program, I want to show you a P&L that says net profit $1 million as far as my landscape company, so you know I'm legit. And so that's my mission, that's my focus, that's my goal. But I am reachable if you just shoot me a DM or you call or text.
Yes, sir, guys. If you guys have it, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was a long one. It's probably the longest episode we've actually ever done at a minute 47. an hour and 40 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Reach out to Jacob, get on that list. Stay blessed, guys. Let's put in the work. Let's go.
Let's go. Appreciate you, bro.